Well, good evening, everyone. Boy, it just seems like yesterday we were beginning the high school football season for the Russellville Cyclones. At that time, really didn't have a good idea what kind of a football team that this year's Cyclone team was going to be, but boy, have we learned a lot in the last 9 weeks. This is week 10, the very last regular season high school football game for the Cyclones, and what a year it has been, and a chance for the Cyclones tonight with a victory to grab a share of the 7A Central title. And, of course, one of the teams that is involved in that entire mix is the team that the Cyclones are playing this evening, and that's the Cabot Panthers. You see, oh my goodness, so many captains. Why is that? It is senior night, of course, and these are all the seniors for the Cyclones, and boy, what thrills they have brought us here at Cyclone Stadium and around the state all year long. A tremendous group. Many of these youngsters we didn't know real well. Some we knew their possibilities and what they could do for this football team. People like Barrett Hughes, of course, and Jacob Sparks. We knew what they could do. We had, we could look fondly into what they had ahead for us throughout the season, but lots of other people like Andrew Tryon and Avery and Collins and many, many more that we really didn't know a whole lot about have really brought a lot of thrills for us on the broadcast throughout the season this year. Of course, the good news also is no matter what happens tonight, the season is not over. The Cyclones will be in the postseason. They will be moving on to the state playoffs next week, but it's just a matter of what seeding they will get and who they will play will be determined by this football game tonight. And a big chance, a big opportunity for the Cyclones to grab a share of the title, the conference crown, with a victory tonight. Well, you see how the two teams, after the flip of the coin, will start this football game. And Cyclone Stadium is ready for a whale of a football game that we're going to have for you this evening. We appreciate all of you who have watched throughout the season, and again, know that tonight may be the last regular season football game, but there's more thrills to come as we move into the postseason beginning next week. But let's take this football game first of all before we get ahead of ourselves too far. As the Cyclones make their way back for the famous alleyway, tunnelway, and they'll be coming on to the field here in just a moment to get this football game underway. And you see in the lower left-hand part of your screen the many different sponsors. They've been with us all year long, and without them, we couldn't have brought you these telecasts throughout the year. So I hope that you'll remember them, give their business a call, or stop by the next time you have an opportunity and tell them thanks for bringing the Russellville Cyclone telecasts throughout the year. The cheerleaders are set. The players are getting set. And we'll have football for you coming up here in just a moment. This Cabot Panther team is a dandy again, and a team that likes to run the football, does not pass the football very much, and ball control is the name of their offensive philosophy. And so you're going to see that a lot this evening. So the Cyclones are going to have to make the best of their opportunities tonight, because Cabot, as Russellville comes on to the field, they are arm in arm. First time we've seen that. Showing a real strength and unity as they come onto the field to make their way all the way to the south end of Cyclone Stadium for the traditional pre-game prayer as we get set for football. But once again, this Cabot Panther Ball Club is one that likes to keep it on the ground. They try to dominate the clock. They try to run the football right at you, just straight smash mouth football. And that's what we expect to see this evening. So the Cyclones will have to make the very best of their opportunities tonight to win this football game. The Cyclone Band is all musicaled up, having a great time. You know, the kids in the band, the cheerleaders, the pep squad, the drill team, all those, they feel part of this football team also. They feel like that as supportive units of the athletic program that they help along the way, and indeed they do, and they spend hours and hours and hours, just like the football team does, to prepare for these contests. There's the sideline for the Cyclones, who will be dressed in their home red jerseys, black trousers, white numerals, and black helmets. And head coach Jeff Holt welcoming that group around him to start this football game. It has been a long time since they began practice back in the very first part of August. They have worked really hard. And, one of the great things, a lot of people didn't think this football team would go very far this season. They weren't ranked preseason, and lo and behold, as we come into Week 10, the Cyclones are ranked in the top 10 in the state of all of the classifications, and one of the top-ranked teams, of course, in Class 7A. Cabot, their colors are red and white also, so they are wearing the white jerseys this evening with the red helmets and red trousers and red numerals. Number 19 is Logan Spry. He's a junior, and he will handle the kickoff chores for Cabot this evening. So we're just about ready for Cyclone football. You can hear the fans. They're excited as the last regular season game being played here at Cyclone Stadium, and a possible conference championship is on the line. A low squib kick picked up. Bradford Webb with a nice return. Brings it back upfield, and the Cyclones will be setting up shop. Let's look at it once again. It was a short kick, and Webb able to make a nice return, a little over 10 yards, and had some a last push of 3 or 4 yards there before finally being dropped outside the 30-yard line at the 32. That's Avery and Collins coming split to the near side. Jacob Sparks also there. And in the shotgun, senior quarterback Barrett Hughes, who, of course, has been the engineer of this offense throughout the season, except for a couple of games that he was injured. And the initial pass is a great pass out to the 49-yard line to Avery and Collins. Complete, and the Cyclones are underway. Let's look at it once again. Quick pass. Matter of fact, went over the head of Jacob Sparks, and Avery and Collins able to get some nice yardage after being tackled. And the Cyclones have a first down at their own 49-yard line. Again, all alone in the backfield is Barrett Hughes. Takes that snap, looks down the middle, and fires complete. Demarius Neal, the tight end, made the play. Let's look at it again on the instant replay. Looking right over the middle, Barrett Hughes finds Neal, who really had to catch that with someone on his back. That's a gain of 6 yards down to the 45-yard line of Cabot. So 4 yards to go for first down. And Hughes is 2 out of 2 in the air here in the early going. Looks and fires complete again to Collins, and Collins down to the 36-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. Let's look at it again. This time from ground level. Throwing it on the outside shoulder of Collins. That makes sure that he's the only one that can catch it. It can't be intercepted. So it's a first down at the 36. And the Cyclones have moved from their own 32-yard line to the Cabot 36 here on the initial drive. Back, Hughes throws and got Jacob Sparks, makes a nice second move, and is able to fight down to the 31-yard line. Let's look at it again. Waits just a second for him to clear, got past the linebacker there, or the defensive end. And Jacob Sparks able to make his way down to the 31 or the 32-yard line. Looks like it's closer to the 32. Second down, about 6 to go for a first down. Twins right and twins left for the Cyclones. Hughes looks to the sideline. And he wants to call timeout. No score early in the first quarter. You're watching Cyclone football. Well, they're getting with it tonight. The Cyclone Band. They always have a great time supporting the football team, and they have a great program. One of the state's finest. Has been for many, many years. Back to the years of H.L. Shepard, my good buddy Travis Beard. For many, many years, one of the top band institutions in the state of Arkansas, the Russell Cyclone Band. So under center now, Barrett Hughes. Marking some last-second signals to his offensive unit. I formation, play action, throws down the middle, almost intercepted. It was intended for Demarius Neal. Broken up by Powell Bryant, a senior, number 27. First miss of the evening, by the way, for Barrett Hughes. So the football remains at the 32 with a third down and 6. The Cyclones with a chance to tie for the conference championship with a victory over a very tough Cabot ball club this evening. On their home field, senior night. Here's Hughes. A third down and 6. Looks, fires. It is complete to Matt Lutz down to the 20-yard line, and that's enough for a first down. Let's look at it again. Hughes. Lutz catches the football. Now look here, the ball pops loose. You can see it on the instant replay, but Lutz happened to fall the right way, and the ball happened to bounce the right way, and the Cyclones retain possession. A lucky bounce, as they say, bouncing right here at Cyclone. I think they do that on purpose in the summer when they're working the turf. I think they make the grass that way, like that. Well, whatever it is, it worked tonight. Oh, it's going to be the halfback pass. Collins to the end zone. Oh, but it's intercepted. The interception turned in by Logan Spry. It'll be first down for Cabot. Well, the Cabot Panthers keep the Cyclones out of the end zone with an interception in the end zone, so the ball brought out to the 20-yard line. The quarterback is Seth Bloomberg, number 8. Give it off, and big running out past the 30-yard line. On first down, the carry by Michael James, the big, and he is a load, let me tell you, folks. He's a senior running back, and Cabot will line up in that dead T, and they like to just grind it out. They have a big offensive line, as you can see. They have big running backs, and they're going to give it. There's James again, out to the 35-yard line, and they're very content just to run it at you and run it over you. Getting up a little slow there was Spencer Smith, number 3, the junior, who's also in the backfield for Cabot. Football at the 35, and the thing that Cabot likes to do, and they do it so well, is they just run it at you, they keep the clock moving, and they eat up huge amounts, not only yardage, but time. Running back there, Jeremy Berry, sweeping the left side, but dropped by the Cyclones at the 49-yard line. One of the few wide plays that Cabot will run. Under 8 minutes already here in the first quarter. Again, those sponsors we're showing you on the lower left-hand side of your screen, so take note of those as we continue to watch the football game progress throughout the evening. Hand it straight ahead. And boy, some tough running right over his own people. That was Matt Bayless, number 20, a senior. He just ran right up the back of his own offensive lineman. Almost to the 47-yard line. This drive began at the 20. And now, out past the 45-yard line. So, this is what Cabot does and what they like to do. Give it to James. And James plows his way into Cyclone territory to the 48-yard line. This puts such a lot of pressure on your defense because they just have to meet the ball carrier and the offensive lineman at the point of attack. We've seen so many of these programs throughout the season that have a wide open attack, much like Russellville's, where you got to pretty well defend them sideline to sideline. But this is not the way Cabot operates, and the Cyclones don't see it very often. Ooh, whoa. Short handoff there, not much going. I believe that was James again. Michael James carries it. He just busts in there, but the Cyclones, Rue Massey leading the attack that time to stop Mr. James. And Mr. James may carry the football 25 or 30 times tonight. That's kind of the history of what Cabot likes to do. The Cabot Panthers up to the line of scrimmage, 47-yard line of Russellville. And we have a yellow hanky on the turf, as you can see. Going to be a false start against Cabot. That's going to cost him 5. I thought I saw a Cyclone defensive lineman jump, but apparently he was drawn off by the movement along the line by the Cabot offensive lineman. So that places it at a 3rd down and 9 situation for Cabot. 5:58 left to go in the first period. You can see the clock moves quickly when you don't stop it. Down the line option, pitch it on the corner to James, and James runs for plenty enough for the first down to near the 40-yard line. On the sweep, they're going to mark it about the 41-yard line. And that's a first down for Cabot at the 41 of the Cyclones. Again, this drive began at the 20 after a pass interception turned in by Logan Spry on a halfback pass thrown downfield by Avery and Collins. Dead T formation. Give it off to James. Boy, James runs hard. Again, about 7 or 8 yards on that carry. Andrew Tryon was there along with Bradford Webb to make the stop. The gain is down to the 34-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, 2nd down and 3. And you got to point to the offensive line of this Cabot Panther ball club there. At this time, they're huge, and they are, of course, controlling the line of scrimmage. And there's enough for a first down, and carrying the football that time was Jeremy Berry, number 1. And it's not anything fancy. They just line up and try to beat you at the point of attack. They try to control the line of scrimmage with their offensive line, and as you can see, they know what to do with the football. At the 26, first down for Cabot. Dead T formation. 2 tight ends. And that time carrying it is Matt Bayless. Almost broke it. Your defense has such a preoccupation with trying to watch between the tackles because Cabot runs so much there that oftentimes they can get sucked in and blocked inside, and then, of course, if Cabot sweeps, then there's a lot of open real estate. Full house backfield. Give it off. That's Bayless again, and Bayless almost got free, but Rue Massey able to trip him up. But look at the football is moved inside the 15-yard line, around the 13. All this began at the 20-yard line, and Cabot has not thrown a pass in this drive. Full house. Give it off to James. Using his blockers, he's down to about the 7-yard line. Michael James, number 14, carrying the football. Number 53, Ty Osborne in on the tackle along with Addison Walker, number 44.
Second down and 5, Cabot at the Russellville 9-yard line.
Football inside the 9 for Cabot. And Seth Bloomberg, his job's been easy so far. Take it and hand it off. And he does it again. Michael James, again the ball carrier. Dives down inside the 5-yard line. And it's close enough for a measurement, looks like. See whether it's enough for the first down.
First down, Cabot.
And it is first down.
First down and goal. The Russellville 4-yard line.
So the officials thought they might have to bring the chains in, but decided it was plenty enough for the first down. And now Cabot inside the 4-yard line of the Cyclones. And that's Seth Bloomberg keeping it himself. I'm not sure he meant to, but he kind of stumbled his way for maybe a yard. Well, maybe no gain at all. Still about between the 3 and the 4-yard line. And Seth Bloomberg, the quarterback, tried to pick his way over right tackle, but kind of tripped and stumbled his way for no gain. Give it off to James, and James is there for the touchdown. He carries it from about 4 yards out. Michael James. And Cabot just goes 80 yards, all of it on the ground. They don't pass the football a time. And you can see on the instant replay, he gets the football and puts it across the goal line, and the official right there to signal the touchdown. So now Cabot will try to make it a 7-0 score. Logan Spry, the man who had the interception.
Flag on the play.
And we have a whistle on the play. Well, now they move it half the distance to the goal against the Cyclones.
Encroachment against Russellville.
So they call offsides or encroachment against the Cyclones. So that moves it half the distance to the goal. Let's see if that changes the way Cabot approaches things now. They're a little bit closer to the goal line. Well, Bloomberg is back in there, and they took Spry out, the kicker, so apparently looks like Cabot's going to go for 2. Give it off to James, and he's in. He's in for the 2-point conversion, and that encroachment penalty, let's look at it again. Same play that he scored the touchdown on. And he just burrows his way across. And it is 8-0 in favor of the Cabot Panthers. We'll be right back. Eight to nothing. Cabot making the 2-point conversion. And again, the fellow who's going to kick off, Logan Spry, is the guy who began the whole drive for Cabot by intercepting a pass in the end zone. Brought it out to the 20, and Cabot then ensuing had an 80-yard touchdown jaunt, and that one all the way to the back of the end zone will not be run out, of course, and the ball will be brought out to the 20. First down and 10. But Spry, of course, caught that, or made that interception in the end zone, and Cabot took it from the 20-yard line and marched 80 yards. They did not pass the football one time, all on the ground. And then, following an encroachment penalty, went for two and made it good. Michael James both times, both on the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Handed off, and not much doing there. The ball carrier, Jacob Sparks, and not much going there as he tried to cut it back inside. Let's see where the officials place it down. Right at the 20-yard line, no gain, second down and 10. Cyclones with a second down and 10 here now. 3 wide receivers left and 2 to the right. Back. Hughes throws out, gets Collins. Makes a nice move there and spins maybe enough for the first down. Nice run after catch by Avery and Collins. Barrett Hughes throwing out into the flat. There's Collins, makes the reception. Makes the first man miss. The second one almost misses, and the third one kind of finishes it off. And it's enough for a first down for the Cyclones. Football at the 30-yard line. And great second effort by Collins after catching the football to make it up for the first down. Hughes hands it off to Sparks. Got a hole, but it closed quickly. Got to about the 33-yard line. Stop made defensively by Riley Hawkins, a junior, number 44. So the gain, only about 3 on the play. Matter of fact, the public address announcer says 2, and as we look at it, as they clear, yes, it's about the 32-yard line. So 8 yards to go. Twin receivers left, single receiver right. From the shotgun, Hughes. Throws complete to Marius Neal, and what a job after he caught the football. Great zip on the ball there from quarterback Barrett Hughes. Look at him throw it right at you, and he threw it low. Neal makes a nice catch. And the stop is turned in by Alex Bray, number 32. But the gain is out to the 48-yard line. It's a Russellville first down. 3 wide receivers left, twin right. And the Cyclones are in business again. Throwing, that one's complete. Nice throw and catch down to the 47-yard line to Matt Lutz. Had to make a diving catch. Let's look at it again from ground level. And again, Hughes throws it low where the only possibility was for Matt Lutz to catch the football, which he did. Well, folks, believe it or not, that's the end of the first quarter with our score. Cabot 8, Russellville 0. We'll be right back. Second quarter, the only score of the first quarter on an 80-yard drive by the Cabot Panthers. Michael James scored from 4 yards out and also scored the 2-point conversion. Russellville's only had the ball. This is the second time, and Cabot just had it once in that entire first quarter. Barrett Hughes back to throw. Now forced out, he's going to run the football. Slides down as he gets to the 39. Hughes did a great job there. Let's look at it again on instant replay. Looks downfield. I think this was passed first all the way, and then he Ducks inside, says, look, I got lots of real estate. And he very wisely slides down
at the Cabot 40-yard line.
Before getting a big hit. But the football at the 40. So here come the Cyclones with 3 wide receivers right. Jacob Sparks in the backfield, along with Barrett Hughes. And he gets the football and plows his way for about 5. Sparks is stopped by number 27, Powell Bryant, the senior. Let's look at it again. Just a nice outside run. Boom! I tell you what, he got hit hard. Down to the 35-yard line. But Sparks has been involved in a few head-on collisions before in his football career, so not something new. Reeves in the ball game at quarterback, throws it out. It is complete down to the 31-yard line. Pass was thrown complete to Avery and Collins. So sophomore Lane Reeves getting an opportunity here. The 6'3", 190-pound sophomore. And the officials indicating an infraction against the Cyclones. You see the yellow hanky on the turf. And it moves it back all the way back to the 37-yard line, or excuse me, the 43-yard line.
Second down and 12, Russellville at the Cabot 42-yard line.
10:44 left to go in the first half, with Cabot leading 8-0 on a 4-yard touchdown run, followed by a 2-point conversion. So the Cyclones with a second down and 12 now. Barrett Hughes back in at quarterback. Looks, fires, it's complete. Nice move turned on there. Matt Lutz, the receiver of that pass, and again the Cyclones doing a great job of getting extra yards after catch. Look at Hughes, throws it out there, and the first man misses again. We've seen that happen 4 or 5 times, and finally stopped by Powell Bryant, number 27. So the football moved down to the 35-yard line. Twin receivers right and twins left. Hughes in the shotgun. Blitz on by Cabot and thrown down the middle to the tight end, Demarius Neal. Boy, the Cyclones picked the right offensive play that time. They caught Cabot coming on a blitz, and Barrett Hughes got the ball away very quickly to the tight end, Demarius Neal, who is dropped by Joe Bryant, number 9. And the Cyclones are in business again. Great job done by the Cyclones. Football inside the 25 now. There's a broken play for sure right there. I think that Barrett Hughes wanted to hand off to Jacob Sparks, but Jacob was too far away from him. And so Hughes said, well, I guess I'll just have to take it myself. No gain on the play, second down and 10 on the miscommunication on that. And that doesn't happen very often. But we're looking at 2 ball clubs here with completely different offensive styles. The Cyclones with this wide open spread offense, throwing on most downs, and Cabot with the tight two tight ends, dead T formation, run every down. Barrett Hughes throwing down the middle. Ooh, almost intercepted. It was intended for Avery and Collins. And Michael James, who of course has the touchdown on offense, was the man who broke up that play. Very nearly another interception. The Cyclones have suffered 1 interception already that stopped the drive earlier in the first quarter. 8:39 to go till halftime. The Cabot Panthers lead 8-0. The Cyclones have driven deep into Cabot territory. This is the second time, but this is only the second time they've had the football in the football game. That's how Cabot's ball control offense controls the game. Hughes throwing, has a man wide open, 15 to the 10, and did he get in for the touchdown? Cole Smith was the receiver, and we're looking across the way. The official says that he stepped out of bounds. But there's Smith. He was wide open. Gets to the 10 and then looked like he stepped out of bounds. He was trying to get down the sideline and get into the end zone, but not quite. Down to the 8, though, a great reception. And you talk about somebody wide open. Cole Smith was wide open on that play. And Barrett Hughes found him, and a big gain for the Cyclones. First down and goal. Football inside the 8-yard line. 3 wide receivers left. Sparks in the backfield along with Barrett Hughes from the shotgun. Looking. Throws down the middle. Demarius Neal, touchdown. Boy, has Demarius Neal been a big part of the offense tonight. The big tight end catches the touchdown pass, and it is 8-6. Right down the middle. He waited for Neal to clear, and he was in the end zone for the touchdown. So it is 8-6. The Cyclones, with the old swinging gate formation, looks like that they will go ahead and try to kick the extra point here as early in the football game as it is. Zach Hocker will attempt the extra point kick. And the kick is in the air, and it is good. Your new score, Cabot 8, Russellville 7, here at Cyclone Stadium on Senior Night. We'll be right back. Well, matching 80-yard drives from both Cabot and Russellville. The only difference, Cabot made the 2-point conversion and Russell will kick the extra point. So here we are midway through the second quarter, and both teams have scored and have been able to move rather easily on the other's defense. Hocker kicks this one through the end zone just like he normally does, and no run back for Cabot. And the Panthers will take over at their own 20-yard line, first down and 10. Well, so far it's been an easy job for quarterback Seth Bloomberg. He hasn't had to throw the football. He carried one time and stumbled his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that big offensive line, 2 big tight ends, and 3 dead T running backs were able to move down the field against this Cyclone defense. Let's see what changes the Cyclones have made this time. Pitch it on the corner, and not much of a gain. That was a nice open field tackle by Andrew Tryon, number 2, as they took the pitch on the corner to Jeremy Berry. But diving in there, you can see, nice job done by Andrew Tryon. So they give him almost 2 on the play, second down and 8. Dead T formation. Bloomberg gives it off. It again went to Jeremy Berry, but he is forced back. Hitting him high was Addison Walker, number 44. Look at this right here. He is met and stood up and driven back. So a pair of 2-yard pickups makes it third down and 6. And we saw the Cyclones have made some defensive adjustments. Bloomberg, a third down and 6. Uh-oh, the ball is loose. It looked like Bloomberg was able to get his hands back on it. When the ball came out, The ball just rolled free, and it was anybody's. You can see he drops the snap, and it's there for anybody to get. And Bloomberg can't get it back in, but a second effort by Bloomberg. He's able to get the football back before Logan Pruitt could get there and get on it. So nothing going for Cabot this time at all. And the Panthers have to punt the football away. Good kick. Back to the 35. Collins right straight up the middle. Brings it back to the 45, and there's a flag on the play. Here's Collins back at the 34. Brings it upfield. And usually, situation like that, it's a block in the back, but I didn't see any block in the back on that particular play. So people ran into each other, and that's exactly what the call was. But you could see on the instant replay, it didn't appear to be a block in the back. Yes, some people were getting tangled up. Back to the 33-yard line. So the Cyclone offense is going to start 67 yards away from pay dirt, trailing by a point, 8-7. Again, a share of the conference title is on the line. Both these teams are headed for postseason play. Barrett Hughes brings the man in motion, Collins, but gives it straight ahead. And not much doing there for Jacob Sparks. This is a very physical Cabot football team. He was able to get a yard or so gain. About 2 on the pickup for a second down and 8. It is really interesting to watch these two dramatically different styles of offense play against each other and have success against each other. Barrett Hughes flip-flops Jacob Sparks over to the left side. Throws complete. That's Lutz and quickly out of bounds after the quick out pattern. Tried to turn it upfield a little bit, but just knocked off his balance enough to get out of bounds. Football at the 39-yard line as we're getting into the latter stages of the first half. Seems as though the clock has just been rolling about 2 times as fast as usual. But that's just the way with this type of offensive play. Pass is thrown complete to Jacob Sparks. What a move into the secondary. And finally drugged down from behind at the 47-yard line. Jay Turpin, number 69, the senior. But look at this great move by Jacob Sparks. Look at, he fakes another one out there. And only that pull down by the jersey by Turpin again stopped what might have been a touchdown run by Jacob Sparks. But a first down at the 48-yard line of Cabot. Twin receivers right. Offset eye in the backfield. Bring a man in motion. Collins. Give it to him. And Collins, after the fake to Cole Smith, into the open field and faked Cabot out too. Great individual effort there by Collins. Look at it. On the instant replay, Collins fakes like he's giving it to Cole Smith and then gets a nice block on the corner and does the rest of it himself, breaking a couple of tackles right there particularly. And the Cyclones have enough for another first down. Avery and Collins with a nice individual effort. Football at the 26-yard line. Cabot 8, Russellville 7. Throwing complete to Collins once again. Makes another nice move. 15 down to the 13, maybe the 12-yard line. And you don't think he's enjoying that. Nice catch here, but what he does after he gets the football is what is really, really interesting. just leaving Cabot Panthers on the ground. So the football moved down inside the 15-yard line down to the 13. Just 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in the half. As we told you at the beginning of the ballgame, not a whole lot of opportunities. The Cyclones, we told you, would have to make the most of their opportunities that were given to them, and they have done so far. Well, there's a timeout on the field, and we'll be right back. 4:11 on the Cyclone Stadium scoreboard. We see Lane Reeves is checked back in now. Into the backfield for the Cyclones.
First down and 10, Russellville. At the Cabot 13-yard.
And I know head coach Jeff Holt has got to feel good about the future of the Cyclones at the quarterback position after the experience that Lane Reeves has gotten this season. He keeps it himself and maybe got another yard. Cabot has looked at the film. They know that when Lane Reeves is in the ballgame that he's more than likely going to carry the football himself. The big 6'3", 180-pounder. 1 yard pickup, 2nd and 9 for the Cyclones, and Reeves checks out and Barrett Hughes right back into the ballgame. The senior signal caller. You see Demarius Neal moving over there to the tight end position. What a night he's already had. Hughes throws, complete, almost for the touchdown. There's Cole Smith. He's almost got in twice now. This one was so close he could taste it. Great throw. Here's Cole, and he's looking for that end zone. Just couldn't quite get there. You remember a little earlier he tried to tippy-toe his way along the far sideline, but just didn't quite get there. So he's set up 2 touchdowns, let's put it that way. The football between the 1 and the 2 yard line, a touchdown here puts the Cyclones in the lead. High formation. Bring a man in motion. Give it to Jacob Sparks. Touchdown. The Cyclones score from 1.5 yards out. Jacob Sparks, let's look at it again from ground level. A lot of bodies there, but some good offensive line blocking by that offensive line of the Cyclones. And the Cyclones take the lead 13-8. So again, the Cyclones will move into the extra point kick formation, and Zach Hocker. Don't you know Zach wishes he had $1 for every time in practice or in a game he has kicked something through that goalpost. This one's up, and it is good. The new score, Russellville 14 and Cabot 8. You're watching IMC Studios Sportswatch and the Cyclones. .254 left to go here in the first half. A very quickly played first half. And the Cyclones with the wide open spread offense, and Cabot with the tight dead tee run oriented offense, providing quite a show for the fans here at Cyclone Stadium on senior night tonight. 14-8, Zach Hocker will attempt to put it on the other side of Dover here in just a second. I love it when they put up on the scoreboard, they say, "What a toe." And that's exactly right. I talked to Zach's mom and dad here recently, and they were so excited about what he's been able to accomplish as a Cyclone and the opportunities ahead for this young man. And guess what? That one isn't going to get returned either. Out to the 20. If there's a state record for the number of or percentage of kickoffs into the end zone by a high school kicker, I think probably Zach Hocker would hold that record. I'm not sure they keep those records, but if they did, I think he'd be the record holder. So we start at the 20, and the Cyclones did a great job defensively the last time that Cabot brought the football forward offensively. Let's see if they can continue that or if Cabot has made some adjustments. And off to the races. Had a little misdirection there. Let's look at it again. As, well, the running backs drop down, acts like he's fallen to the turf, then he picks the football up. You can see it right there. But no gain on the play. The trickery went nowhere, though. That was Spencer Newman, number 15. The idea is that the running back falls down like he's completely out of the play. The ball lays there, and then he goes over and picks it up. Oh, Cabot's going to throw the football. Bloomberg throws back, has a man complete, and knocked off his feet by Andrew Tryon. The pass was complete to Rod Quinn, number 30. And it'll be enough for a Cabot first down on their first passing attempt of the evening. So they try a trick play, which did not work, and then go back and throw the football and pick up 11 yards. Well, Bloomberg says, let's do it again. Throws down the field, has a man, and incomplete. Was intended for Joe Bryant, and you saw Joe come up and say he was looking for a flag. Let's look at it again on instant replay. Bloomberg throws. Bradford Webb was defending on the play, and he got there and knocked it away. And you could see he was right there at the moment that the ball reached the receiver. That was not pass interference. Of course, it's a lot easier to see in slow motion. A lot easier. Great job done by our camera crew so that we can take a real look at it. Give it off on a little reverse play. The ball carrier was Rod Quinn, number 30. Trailing him and bringing him down was Addison Walker, number 44. Gain of 5 on the play. A timeout for Cabot, and we'll be right back. Cyclone defense, you're looking at them there. Marching back onto the field. They have grown so much this season and have made a name for themselves defensively. Coach McNabb has done a tremendous job. This is not the biggest defense in the world, but they really get a lot of mileage. Down the line option, pitch it on the corner to James, and James, what an open field tackle. Great job by Logan Pruitt. He fought off the block and got Mr. James. There's the pitch on the corner on the instant replay. Fights off the block and brings him down. So a timeout for Russellville. We'll be right back. .135 left in this first half. And again, Cabot is forced to punt. Great job by this Cyclone defense. And again, Cabot has put in a few extra wrinkles. They threw the football a couple of times that time. Ran some option plays. But the Cyclones made the adjustments. The kick, they're going to let it just roll. It was a short kick in front of the intended receiver for the Cyclones, Collins, and it rolls dead at the 32. So the Cyclone offense leading 14-8 has still got a little over a minute to go. But what are the officials talking about here? Well, apparently, something is being related to the head of the officials. It's a crackback block below the knees against Russellville. But even if it was, the Cyclones should have the football. And that's what I think what the coaching staff for Russellville wants to know. Say, that may be right, but that would be after the kick. And the official telling the Cyclones, and you can see the Cyclone defensive units coming on the field. That means Cabot is going to retain possession. A very interesting call, and I really don't understand it, because if it was a crackback or a block below the knees, it would be after the punt, which would mean the Cyclones actually would still have possession. They might be penalized, but it would be after the ball had rolled dead. But that's not what the officials are calling here. And it moves it down to the 46-yard line of the Cyclones. And Cabot will have it with a new set of downs, a first down. And that one, that hurts. Cyclones looked as though they were going to get the football. They have nothing worse than run out the clock and go into the halftime locker room leading 14-8. But here's Seth Bloomberg and Cabot with the football. Give it off inside, and second effort. That's James, the ball carrier. Michael James, and he's a tough customer. The football down to just outside the 35-yard line.
Gain of 10, first down, Cabot, the Russellville 36.
So the football still on the near. Well, officials are going to call a timeout. They want to look at it and see if it's enough for a first down. But that penalty, that call, very, very interesting. I've never seen anything like that. Because the football was already punted away, and if there was a crackback or below the knees block, it would seemingly have been a situation where it would have been marched off after the change of possession. And it's plenty enough for the first down. The officials, I think, could have seen that without bringing the chains in. But at the 36-yard line, it'll be a first down for Cabot. And you can see they're excited. They're up to the line of scrimmage. They see an opportunity right here. Throw it out. It's complete. Down inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. The pass complete to Joe Bryant. And suddenly, Cabot, which had pretty well been stymied, and the Cyclones had old momentum. Now Cabot finds themselves with some excitement here in the late moments of the first half. Bloomberg throws back to James. And James, nice open field tackle there, though. The Cyclones read that one. And Blake Robinson, number 10, was over there. We have a timeout called on the field. And with timeout on the field called by Cabot, we'll be right back.
At the Russellville 23-yard line.
Still a lot of time, 48 seconds left. And Cabot has moved the football down to the 23-yard line. Cyclones lead 14-8. Throw it out. And Bryant can't come up with it. Now is that. The Cyclones say that was a lateral. Thrown back, and it looks like the Cyclones have recovered. But now they're going to talk about it. Seth Bloomberg says, no, it's still our football. But that really looked like that the pass was thrown behind the quarterback. Oh, now the officials say it's an incomplete pass. Well, that is hard to believe. The Cyclones looked like they had a big play turned in because the ball was thrown behind Joe Bryant on the little swing pass. Looked very obvious that it was a lateral, and the Cyclones recovered. They were all excited, and the officials, though, say no, it was a forward pass. Back, Bloomberg going to the end zone. Knocked away at the last second by Andrew Tryon. He wanted to get an interception there on that pass. Look at it on instant replay. Bloomberg fakes, throws it up, but Tryon is ready, and he about got his head taken off there. Spencer Newman was the intended receiver, who then became the defender on that play. So now Seth Bloomberg is going to hold. And number 19, Logan Spry. Looks like an attempted field goal. A 40-yarder this would be. So we'll see on this particular. The snap is down, the kick is up, it's got the distance. And it is good. So Cabot comes out with a field goal to make it 14-11 with 30 seconds left in the first half. Cyclones still lead by 3. Well, a couple of interesting calls in that drive, neither of which went the Cyclones' way. And now the Cyclones find themselves, instead of up by 6, up by only 3 with 30 seconds left in the first half. 14-11, the Cyclones in the lead. Last regular season football game of the year. And the chance for the Cyclones to tie for the conference crown. Little short kick. Bounds and take it at the 22-yard line into the open field. Andrew Tryon finally drugged down by Powell Bryant, number 27. Let's look at it again. He almost loses his footing there, but he finds the crease. And Andrew does the rest of it right here. Turns on the gun. And only Bryant and the kicker, Logan Spry, were between him and the goal line. So now the Cyclones, will they try to get themselves into field goal range or score a touchdown here from the 38-yard line? Pass is complete to Demarius Neal. And Demarius, he does not go down easily. The stop was made by Jesse Roberts, a junior, number 87. Second down, Brandon Hughes spikes the football with 5 seconds left, which will give the Cyclones an opportunity to get the field goal kicking team on. Boy, this has been a great football game here throughout this first half. Great emotion, great drama. This one's going to be set down at the 38-yard line. I mean, tell you, look at this poke. I mean, this is a ways. It'll be a 48-yard attempt. But not now, as Cabot's going to call timeout and try to ice Zach Hocker. Be right back. Well, you've heard the term kick it a country mile. Here it is. Zach Hocker, a 48-yard attempt. Blake Robinson will hold. It's down. It's long enough. It's good enough. What a job. There it is. What a toe as the first half ends. The Cyclones lead 17-11, and we're at halftime.
Arkansas. That's his 17th field goal of the
Cyclone recap of that tremendous first half. Here's Bradford Webb on this return. Hughes throws downfield to Collins. Boy, some tough hitting in this first half. Big pass play complete to Demarius Neal. And another one here to Collins. Throw this one. Waited just a minute, did Barrett Hughes, for Sparks to get clear and completed it. This one to Matt Lutz. I think that ball was partially tipped. And there is James in for the touchdown on the 4-yard run. And then goes in on the 2-point conversion. 8-0, Cabot. But the Cyclones come right back. Here's Collins again, making people miss. Pass to Demarius Neal. Throw it again. Nice pass completion there. Here's Hughes, throws out of the backfield. Look at Matt Lutz do a great job here. Throw it down the middle. Again, Demarius Neal, he had a big first half. Throw it out there. Cole Smith is wide open. He thinks he might be in for the touchdown. It was a little bit short, though. Hughes fires. Again, Demarius Neal from that tight end position. And the kick following the touchdown makes it 8-7. Boy, what a job here by the Cyclone defense. They did a great job of recuperating and readjusting against this very deliberate Cabot offense. There's a flag on that play following that. Back over here to the near side, Matt Lutz. And this one to Jacob Sparks. Look at him have people miss him and only drug down by the jersey. Here's Collins again, breaking tackles and making extra yardage. Good job by Collins. Hughes throws out of the backfield. And again the Cyclones. There's Cole Smith just short of the goal line. And this time in, Jacob Sparks for the touchdown. And the extra point kick made it 14-8. 2:54 left. And this is when all of the interesting activity took place. There was an incomplete pass knocked away at the last moment by the Cyclone defense. James cut down for no gain on the play. And a long play out here. Andrew Tryon leaps up almost with the interception. Then a long field goal of 40 yards. Made it 14-11. Logan Spry made that field goal. And here come the Cyclones again. Andrew Tryon with a great return, sets up the field goal of 48 yards. That from, of course, Zach Cocker. And that, ladies and gentlemen, broke the state record for most field goals in a season in the state of Arkansas on the Cyclone Recap.
2-point conversion was good, and that made your score Cabot 8-0.
Well, the Cyclones, not all the seniors will be out here for the start of the second half, but boy, what a first half that was. You had a little bit of everything. Interesting calls, great pass receptions, and people missing tackles. As the Cyclone offense, its wide open offense, really moved there in the first half. Both teams got a field goal, a long field goal. Logan Spry kicked a 40-yarder for Cabot. Zach Hocker kicked a 48-yarder for the Cyclones, which established a new single-season field goal record in the state of Arkansas. Cabot is going to get the football to start the second half. And again, we saw two completely different styles as the Cabot Panthers tried to keep it on the ground basically in the first half. They did open it up late and threw the football several times. The Cyclones, with their usual spread offense, a lot of success. Both teams had success moving the football up and down the field. At times, So we'll see exactly what happens here with the Cyclones holding on to a 6-point lead. And no matter what kind of football you like, you have seen it. It's been a hard-hitting football game. A lot of exciting, even some trick plays. Cabot with a trick play that they tried, laying the football on the ground and the halfback falling down or pretending to fall down, then picking up the football. So it's been quite a first half, and this is the last half of football for the regular season. Both teams here are going on to the playoffs, so it's not the end of the season, just the end of the regular season. So here's Hocker to kick it away. And he goes through the end zone, and Cabot will start at their own 20. Really, for both teams, they can afford not to leave anything undone. Because both the teams not only playing for a share of the conference crown, but also playing for as high a seeding as they can get going into the state playoffs that begin next week. So you're probably going to see both teams do just about whatever it takes. Here's Cabot with that big offensive line up to the line of scrimmage. Seth Bloomberg hands it straight ahead to James in a big run for about 7 or 8 on first down. James a little slow getting up after that carry. Picked up about 7 or 8 on that first down play for the big running back, Michael James. 17-11 the score. IMC Studios Sportswatch. Give it off. And carrying the football is Spencer Smith, the junior, number 3. It's not anything fancy. Now, they got to some razzle-dazzle late in the first half, but so far here in the second half, Cabot starting out the way they did the first drive they had to the ball game, just lined up and ran it at Russellville, 80 yards for a touchdown. Going 4 yards on the last touchdown plunge. Flag on the play. And it is going to be a false start on Cabot. Your concern at this point, as we are into the second half, is how will the Cyclones be in the fourth quarter? How will the Cyclone defense be in the fourth quarter? Because this is just a continual pounding. Down after down after down. Hands it off straight ahead. Spencer Smith, once again, the ball carrier. Andrew Tryon made the stop out of the 40-yard line. And this is what Cabot likes to do. Just line it up, run it. And usually with big hunks of yards at a time. A dead T formation. Like I said, it's nothing fancy. Hey, give it to James, and James up the middle. He's off to the races this time. To the 20 and inside to the 18-yard line. Nothing fancy, just right up the middle. Andrew Tryon and Bradford Webb were there. Without them, it would have been a touchdown for Mr. James, but it's a gain down to the 17-yard line. And that's just straight old blocking, straight ahead, right at the point of attack. So it's a first down. The officials have to wait for the chain gang to hustle down the field. So at the 17, first down for Cabot. Trailing by 6, 17-11 to Russellville. Short pickup that time over right tackle. As carrying the football was Spencer Smith, the junior, number 3. And they just hand it to whether it's Spencer Smith or Jeremy Berry or Michael James. They're comfortable with any of those guys carrying the football, although James is the workhorse. They now have Matt Bayless also in the ball game. Give it off to James, and James inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line, with Addison Walker hanging on for dear life. You've heard the term smash mouth football. That's exactly what we're witnessing right here. It's just line it up and stop us if you can. Hand it off to Smith, and Smith down near the goal line. Bradford Webb made the tackle. But look at the time that is already off the clock here in the third period. And the Cyclones haven't touched the football. Football down at the 2-yard line. First and goal for Cabot. Bloomberg hands it straight ahead, and that's Spencer Smith in for the touchdown. So the ball game tied at 17 after Spencer Smith goes in from the 2-yard line. And here's Logan Spry in for the extra point kick. Now, he already has a 40-yard field goal tonight also, so we're also seeing a couple of excellent field goal kickers in this ball game. Seth Bloomberg will hold. And the kick is up, and the kick is good, and Cabot takes the lead by 1. Cabot 18, Russellville 17. We'll be back, and Russell will have the football when we return.
Trying to kick off for Cabot. Andrew Tryon's the kick returner for Russellville.
So Cabot gains the lead. The first time they have led since it was 8-0 and then 8-7. Cyclones then took the lead by a 14-8, 14-11, and 17-11 count at halftime on the strength of a 48-yard field goal by Zach Hocker. 18-17 now the score, though, with Cabot in the lead here in the third period. The kick going to return from about the 3-yard line, and Tryon not going to get the run back this time that he got just before halftime. And that you can see Cabot with a lot of emotion on that stop, as Russellville will have to start from about their own 17 or 18-yard line. And momentum can mean a lot in this football game. Well, in any football game, but Russellville goes right to the spread offense. Barrett Hughes from the shotgun. Fires. And was it incomplete? Collins was the intended receiver. Throwing a little bit too low that time. Second down. I know Hughes, that's what he wants to do, throw it low enough that can't be intercepted. But in this particular case, one bounce doesn't count. Late in the third period, 18-17, a whale of a football game in the last regular season date of the year. Both teams going to the playoffs, and I think you can see why. Back, Hughes. Throws underneath. Pass intended for Collins, incomplete, and kind of got a leg across him from Riley Hawkins, number 44. 3-yard pickup out to the 20, 3rd down and 7. And the Cyclones would like to have a little more real estate behind them. Big 3rd down play here to keep momentum, keep this drive alive, and bring momentum back to the Cyclones, who trail by 1, 18-17. Hughes throwing. It's complete. Nice job by Collins. A leap for that one out at the 33-yard line. Let's look at it again from ground level. Hughes throws and a little leap by Collins. Covered by Powell Bryant, number 27, but it's enough for a first down at the 34-yard line. And the Cyclones get a little more operating room. 18-17. Cabot leads the Cyclones by 1. Late in the third period. Hughes gives it straight ahead. Oh, nothing doing there for Jacob Sparks. Cabot defense smelled that one out. And a loss on the play. The loss back to the 30-yard line. 7 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the third period already. But again, that's the product of the time-consuming ball control offense of the Cabot offense here in the third period. This is the first time the Cyclones have had the football. Hughes has Jacob Sparks slide to the other side. Fires out of the backfield. It's complete to Demarius Neal, but Demarius wrapped up almost immediately defensively by Spencer Newman, number 15. And there's Cole Smith getting up, limping a little bit. Football out to the 32-yard line. Still not back to the original line of scrimmage. A 3rd down and 12 for the Cyclone offense. Trailing by 1 in the football game. We see Richard Peavy run into the football game, number 7. You hear the Cyclone fans. They want a big play here from the Cyclone offense. Hughes back to throw. Oh, he's going to be sacked for a loss. A big play for the Cabot defense, led by number 80, T.J. Bertrand, the senior. And you haven't seen that happen very many times this year. Not many times has Barrett Hughes been tackled for a loss or dropped in a sack situation this year for the Cyclones, but that particular time he was on a 3rd down and 12 situation, and now the Cyclones need Zach Cocker to send one to the stratosphere here to pin Cabot back. 18-17, the score remains. Hocker. The kick, back, taken over the shoulder at the 25-yard line. And the return, good return there as Cabot will be setting up shop. 1st down and 10 when we return. That was Joe Bryant with the return and almost dropped it just as soon as he got the football. Give it off to James, and there's the flag on the play. You saw it come flying into the screen. Matter of fact, there's twin flags. And it's going to be against Cabot for 5 yards. Move the football back to the 31. Late in the third period with Cabot leading the Cyclones by 1 scant point, 18-17. It's been a whale of a football game, let me tell you. Good one to watch. Dead T, Seth Bloomberg. Under center. Gives it off to James, and James able to get out to the 34-yard line. Not a big gain, but again, just shoulder pad to shoulder pad. Helmet to helmet down there in the trenches. Cyclones bring into the ball game Mitch Hall, the 6'6", 317-pounder. And not much doing there. Short pickup. Spencer Smith, the ball carrier, that time, number 3. But the Cyclone defense responded well there. And it brings up a 3rd down.
Brad Barnes is also there. 2 yards. 3rd down and 10.
3rd down and 10 back. Bloomberg rolls to the near side. Throws out of the backfield, complete. And able to slide out past the 45-yard line. The pass was complete to Matt Bayless.
Pass complete to Bayless. Tackled by Bradford Webb.
And that is going to be enough for a 1st down. Well, the Cyclones had a 3rd and long situation. If they could have held that one to a short pickup, but Bayless enough for the 1st down and out to the 48-yard line. Give it off to James, and James flies forward. He was tripped up defensively by Aaron McConnell, number 47, but still flew forward for a couple of extra yards. Down to the 47-yard line of the Cyclones. And again, this smash mouth, run it at you type of attack from Cabot has brought the clock down to under 3 minutes here in the 3rd period. Give it off. And I believe that was Smith. It was Spencer Smith, the junior.
Spencer Smith on the carry.
And it's enough for another Cabot 1st down.
First and 10, Cabot at the Russellville 40-yard line.
Football at the 40, 1st down for Cabot, with Cabot leading by a single point. And you know, you think back to that penalty that gave Cabot the idea to go for 2 instead of 1 early in the football game. There's Smith again carrying the football for about 3 more. Down there at the bottom of that pile, Addison Walker for Russellville, number 44. 2-yard pickup down to the 38-yard line. But again, at 1 point now, really stands up. Instead of being tied, Cabot leads by a point because they, after that penalty, decided to go for 2 on the first touchdown and made it successfully, and that's the difference in the ball game right now. Give it off. There's James just plodding his way forward. But you got to give a lot of credit there, the Cabot offensive line. They have opened up the real estate enough for James and Smith and Bayless to get some big yardage here this evening. I'll tell you what, there's going to be some sore people tonight after this game. Bloomberg up to the line of scrimmage. Gives it off to James, and he is a load, let me tell you. Brought down by Rue Massey, but not before he picks up 3 or 4 more. Down to the 30-yard line. It's another 1st down for Cabot. And this does 2 things. It just wears you down if you're on the defensive side of the football. Plus, your offense is not on the field for long stretches of time. You don't get that many opportunities. We talked about that at the beginning of the broadcast. Bloomberg pitches it on the corner. And down the sideline, down to near the 10-yard line is Jeremy Berry, number 1. There's a flag on the play. Looked like it was thrown after the play was over. So let's see what the officials say. Could have been a late hit. The official still talking along the sideline. Exactly, I guess, where the infraction occurred. It's holding against Cabot. And that brings the football back out to the 26-yard line.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
And a very late flag there. You think when it's thrown at the end of a play, it'll be something like a face mask or a personal foul. But a holding call. Give it off. And a flag again as James, he was about to spin off of Collins and head for the end zone. But the infraction, of course, a false start against Cabot will move them back 5 more. So the Panthers getting a little anxious here.
First down and 11, Cabot, the Russellville 31-yard line.
Only 43 seconds left to go in this third period. Cabot again leads by 1 point, 18-17 over the Cyclones on this last regular season senior night at Cyclone Stadium. All right, Seth Bloomberg. Down the line option, keeps it himself. Inside the 20 to the 19-yard line before Bradford Webb, Andrew Tryon, and Logan Pruitt were there to stop him. And it has been a physical night. There have been some king-size hits out there. Don't think these two teams don't know exactly what this game means. It's important to both ball clubs. At the 19, full house backfield for Cabot. Hand it off to Smith, and Smith just bulldozes his way down to near the 15-yard line. Rue Massey down there at the bottom of that pile. Also there was Luke Reeves, number 33. Gain of 4, down to the 15. And again, we've said, and it looks like that may be the end of the period. Into the third quarter, Cabot leading Russellville by 1, 18-17. Well, how will this one end? The Cyclone fans want a Cyclone victory and a share of the conference title and a big home victory on senior night here at Cyclone Stadium. But Cabot, this has been a great football game. Give it off to James down to the 11-yard line. He has been a workhorse. Stop made defensively. Aaron McConnell, number 47, in for the stop. And the officials set it for play. Football at the 11-yard line, and this has been like a heavyweight fight. It's just been in there. In the trenches. Smith on the carry. And enough for a first down and goal for Cabot. Cabot already leads by a point, 18-17. After the Cyclones led at the half, 17-11. So the only scoring in the third period came from Cabot. And they have been ball control minded all night. Give it off to James, and James just pounds his way down to around the 3-yard line. And again, my concern is right now is that, and I know the Cyclones defensively keep rotating personnel in there to try to keep them fresh, but this is really difficult. Something the Cyclones have not been involved in much this season, and that is this just pound. And they're in for the score. The Cabot Panthers. Michael James with the touchdown run. And Cabot extends their lead to 24-17. So let's see what Cabot decides to do here, leading by 7. If they continue and go for 1 and try the extra point kick, they'll be up by 8, which is Cyclones could tie with a 2-point conversion, but they decide to go for 2. Bloomberg on the corner to James, and he's in for the 2-point conversion to make it 26-17. Now a 9-point lead for Cabot. Well, the Cyclone offense is finally going to get a chance to come on the field in a moment. Kicking off for Cabot will be Logan Spry after the touchdown run of 3 yards coming from Michael James. And again, the Cyclone defense has done yeoman work this evening, but boy, it has just been a pound situation by this ball control offense, big offensive line, big hard running backs from Cabot. Just down after down after down. Cyclones down 9, and the ball goes through the end zone, and the Cyclones will start at their own 20. First down and 10. It's been a lot of fun to watch the two completely different styles of play. But the problem is the Cyclones are a big play offense, and they just haven't had the football very many times tonight. Cabot, when they've had it, they've gone on long, sustained, time-consuming drives. And at the moment, lead by 9 here in the 4th period. Here's Hughes. Looks to throw, throws underneath, and a loss on the play after the completed pass to Demarius Neal. Cabot smelled that one out, and it's loss of a yard or so. Cabot leads by 9, 26-17. Both teams headed for the state playoffs next week. But against who and what seeding? Hughes directs traffic. Wants to throw the football. Going downtown. And it's overthrown. Had Collins out there. Collins looking for a flag. He was double covered. A little bit overthrown. So the Cyclones faced with a 3rd down and 11 here in the 4th period. This is a Cyclone ball club, though, that has met adversity time and time again throughout the season and responded. Look for them to do it right here again. 3rd and 11. Hughes steps up, and he's going to be dropped back at the line of scrimmage. Barrett Hughes not able to get free as he was going to take it himself. So the punt team comes onto the field. Zach Hocker will punt the football away and hope that the Cyclone defense has had an opportunity to rest a little bit. Didn't have a whole lot of time. The kick away. Ooh, what a kick. Back over the receiver's head, and it's down at the 30-yard line. At the 30, Cabot will have the football, and the Cyclones do not need to allow Cabot to just grind it down the field. Again, a year ago at Cabot got the football leading 12-7 with 8.5 minutes to go and took it the rest of the way. I don't mean yardage-wise, I mean time-wise. They ran the clock out and won the football game 12-7 just holding on to the football. And that's exactly what the Cyclones don't need right here. Gain of 3 yards on the play. Second and 7 from just shy of the 33-yard line. It's been a physical night in there for this Cyclone defense. And they have had to play so much time, so many snaps. They'd sure like a turnover right here. Just straight ahead, about 3 more. That's Smith on the carry. Stop made by Addison Walker. Out to the 36-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Cyclone defense would like to stop them right here and get back over on the bench and nurse some of those very sore muscles. From the 36, big 3rd down play in the football game right here. With Cabot ahead by 9, 26-17. Pitch it on the corner. And it's enough for a 1st down. Jeremy Berry. There's a flag on the play. And it's against Cabot. Well, that's a good thing. So the officials move the football back. 10 yards, and boy, the Cyclones needed that one right there. Moves it back to the 27-yard line. 7:27 to go, and the Cyclones trail by 9. They're down 2 scores. They need a touchdown, an extra point, and a field goal to go back on top. Now Cabot in a spread formation. Look, they have 2 wide receivers out there. Haven't seen that much tonight. Bloomberg rolls right, throws. It is complete. The pass was complete to number 30, Rod Quinn. Andrew Tryon, as usual, with a steady, great hit over there. And Cabot is going to have to give up the football. It's 4th down. 4th down and better than 5. And so into the ball game, Logan Spry to punt the football away. And there's Collins waiting for what we hope is a big return. Ooh, almost blocked. And that one is going to go out of bounds, way upfield. Give the Cyclones good field position when we come back. A really short kick gives the Cyclones a 1st down in Cabot territory now at the 44. Offset eye in the backfield. Hughes gives it off to Sparks, and Sparks, drug down. Just about the time he was going to cut back to the right. Jesse Roberts, number 87, made the stop. Down to 6 minutes and 3 seconds. 2-yard pickup, 2nd down and 8. Cyclones need a score here. Hughes. It's senior night. All the elements are here. Fire in. Incomplete. Pass was intended for Lane Reeves, who had checked into the ball game, the sophomore backup quarterback, but incomplete. Hughes comes over to the near sideline to get the play that head coach Jeff Holt. You see, 3rd down and 8. 5 minutes and 39 seconds left in this one is all we have left. Cyclones trail by 9. Hughes from the shotgun. The Cyclone band still playing strong. Hughes throws. Was that good? Collins gets the reception. Let's look at it again on the instant replay. Let's check him out. And he got the foot down. And the officials say that's a completed pass. And a first down for the Cyclones just outside the 30. Boy, what a big play that was. Hughes. Quick pitch on the reverse to Cole Smith. Gives it back. And down the near sideline comes Collins, 20, and knocked out of bounds at the 13-yard line after the double reverse. Well, the Cyclones with some razzle-dazzle and some tricks up their sleeve, too. There's Sparks to Cole Smith, and flip it back to Collins, and Cabot doesn't know which way the ball's going. But Collins does, downfield. Knocked off his feet just a little bit and out of bounds. Under center. Hughes wants to throw, fires to the end zone. Collins over his head, incomplete. Good idea, but just a little bit overthrown. As the Cyclones trying to get a quick one on the board here, they trail by 9. Second and 10 for the Cyclones. Late moments of this football game with Cabot leading by 9. Barrett Hughes from the shotgun. This is where all that senior savvy comes. Throws it underneath, complete to Demarius Neal. How he caught that, I don't know. All over him defensively was Spencer Newman. Let's look at it again. He just turns and button hooks down here. And how he caught that, I do not know, but he did. At the 10.
Third down and 5, Russellville at the Cabot 10-yard line.
Third down and 5 at the 10-yard line. Hughes throws down the middle. It is complete. Demarius Neal says, yes, touchdown, Cyclones. Boy, he's had a big night. Let's look at it again. Go to that big tight end. He's a big target, and they weren't about to keep him out of the end zone. Making it 26-23. Just 3-point difference now. The Cyclones set up like they're going to kick the extra point. If they go for 2, they would still be down by 1, and we go back all the way to that very first attempt for 2 points done by Cabot in the first quarter. So here's Hocker. Blake Robinson will hold. Down, the kick is up, and the kick, it is good. Our score, Cabot 26, Russellville 24. What a whale of a football game. We'll be right back. Well, you know, win or lose, for either team, they know they have been in a football game tonight. 2 playoff teams, 2 championship caliber teams, just button heads and completely different styles, but both successful here this evening. 26-24, Cabot leads by just 2. Cabot has made 2 two-point conversions. The Cyclones have kicked their conversions tonight, and that is the difference. Hocker, and that one is gone. It hits on the back line, and Cabot will have it at the 20-yard line. First down and 10, and the Cyclones have got to get a stop immediately. At least get them into a situation for a field goal try by Zach Hocker. He's already kicked a 48-yarder here tonight to set the state high school record for most field goals in a single season. So the toe could have a big part of this last few moments. Cabot up to the line of scrimmage. Give it off to James, and James picks up about 5 out to the 25-yard line. They'll set the football again, and they're going to stop the clock. And we have an official's timeout. Michael James was shaken up for a moment. It looks to be all right after carrying the football a bunch of times tonight. Bloomberg, you can hear the Cyclone fans wanting a stop here. Up the middle at Smith. With a nice, quick, that looked like a little trap block up the middle. Out to the 30-yard line, and that should be enough for the first down, and the official says yes. And that's what the Cyclones did not need for Cabot to get or continue to get first downs. It's been a whale of a football game, about even Steven between these two teams. Again, the difference, two-point conversions made by Cabot. The Cyclones have made single-point, extra-point kicks for their conversions. Oh, a nice stop there on Smith on his attempt. Let's look at it again. Down the line option, and Smith is racked up by Ricky Collins. No gain on the play. Timeout, Cyclones. We'll be right back. One of the few times that Cabot has not had positive yardage this evening. That offensive line, you got to give them a lot of credit. The Cyclones defense has played valiantly, but boy, they've been on the field an awful lot tonight. 3:35 to play. Must-stop situation. Down the line, pitch it on the corner. Good stop there. No gain on the play. Bradford Webb making the stop. Look at it again. On the line, they pitch it on the corner. That's Bayless, the ball carrier, and he is dropped for no good. No gain at all. Bradford Webb and Ricky Collins over there. Another timeout for Russellville. Cyclones trail by just 2, 26-24. They want the football back. The discussion now on the sideline. Defensive coordinator Cody McNabb. With timeout on the field, we'll be right back. Coach McNabb urging his troops on, and they have played well tonight against this very formidable, just grinded out offense of the Cabot Panthers. You can hear the fans. They are after the Cyclones to hang in there. Come up with a big play. Cabot with twin receivers to the near side. 3rd down and 10. Give it off straight ahead, and nice trip up as James almost broke it free. Let's look at it on instant replay. Give it off to the big running back. And over there, that's a great stop turned in by Aaron McConnell. Otherwise, Mr. James would have had plenty enough for a first down. So Old D does the job. And there is Collins deep. Now, he'd like to take it all the way to the house, I guarantee you. Logan Spry will kick it away for Cabot. And a flag. It's going to be delay of game against Cabot. Cabot trying to run as much clock off of the clock as possible. So move it back to the 31. So 5 yards the Cyclones hopefully will not have to make up. Collins back. Low snap. And a great kick. Here's Collins, 25, and he is dumped immediately. About a 3-yard return. As Cabot, good job on special teams. We'll be back with the Cyclones in just a moment. Well, there you see it. If there ever was a 2-minute drill, now's the time to use it. 2:27 left to go in the football game. Cyclones down by 2. and they've got to go at least about 40 yards. Throw it out of the backfield. It's complete. Jacob Sparks runs out of bounds at the 31. Nice job here. Sparks came out of the backfield. Very hard to defend. Got across the 30 and then said, let's stop the clock. Right inside of Logan Spry. Second down for the Cyclones. They've got to move upfield. Still about 35 or 40 yards to really be in Zach Hocker field goal range. Throw. And this one is short hopped to Collins. And I think that Barrett Hughes saw 3 white shirts coming pretty hard. And it might have been better to have the incomplete pass there. Well, this is the ball game right here. The Cyclones down 2. Cyclone fans excited. An opportunity for the Cyclones to win this football game right here. 2:19 to go. You see the scoreboard. It's senior night. Collins quickly adjusts over to the left-hand side. Hughes looks in trouble and throws it away incomplete. He was about to be dumped. And that looked like big 69 Jay Turpin, who was in there putting pressure on Barrett Hughes. So the Cyclones need a big play here. Matt Lutz, Collins, Smith all split to the far side of the field. 26-24. Hughes. Under pressure. Oh, no, he's going to be sacked. Oh, what a big play for the Cabot defense. T.J. Bertrand. Well, there are the Cyclone cheerleaders on the near sideline and drill team. Cyclones with a big loss on that last play, and that was not the play that they were hoping for in that particular situation. And it sends the ball over on downs to Cabot. Down the line, give it off to James, and James is going to get what little he can. Stop made defensively by the Cyclones. Nate Lutz, number 42, senior in the ball game. Look at it again from ground level. But James has just pounded throughout the evening. Gain of 3 on the play. We have a timeout. We'll be right back. Football at the 20-yard line, and the Cyclones need a turnover right here. They need a little help. Give it off to James again, down to inside the 15-yard line. And you know, the Cyclones have been able to move. Were able to move offensively all through the evening, but its last series of downs, the Cabot defense rose to the occasion. And that has been the difference in the ball game. We're down to just 1:29 to play and just 2 points separating these two playoff teams. This is hard. James just carries it again. Down to around the 10-yard line. And it's a first down for Cabot. And now Cabot can just about run out the clock. From the 11-yard line. And this is a tough one for the Cyclones. They have played so well tonight. But this ball control offense of Cabot, and right now the only difference is 2 made 2-point conversions. Otherwise, the two teams have played even Steven. And there is the quarterback, Seth Bloomberg, put the knee down. And I don't believe Cabot is going to have to snap the ball again. This one is going to go into the record books as a Cabot victory on the last regular season game of the year. 26-24 is going to be your final score. Up the line, and yes, Bloomberg does. He takes the knee, and that is the football game. The Cyclones lose a toughie on senior night here with a chance to win a share of the conference championship. You see the final 7-6, 5 seconds. Rolling off. Final score, Cabot 26 and Russellville 24. Cyclone recap of the exciting second half. Cyclones led at the half 17-11. But Cabot with some ball control offense. Look at there, Smith in for the score. The extra point kick. Good for Cabot, made it 18-17, and Cabot led by a point. Barrett Hughes firing. Great leaping catch by Collins. Again, Barrett Hughes, the senior, pumps, but he is dropped for a loss. One of the few times this year. On the corner. Nice run, one of the biggest runs from scrimmage of the night. That for Jeremy Berry, number 1. And the touchdown scored by Cabot. They go for 2, and James not only scores the touchdown, but also scores the 2-point conversion. That later proved to be the difference in the ball game. Barrett Hughes can't get away there. Comes back. Fires, and a great catch there, and keeping a foot in bounds by Collins. Here's a double reverse. And Collins down the sideline, one of the biggest runs from scrimmage for either team tonight. Hughes down the middle. Look at this catch by Demarius Deal with people hanging all over him. And again, in for the score to the big senior tight end. The extra point kick, good. Made it 26-24. Bloomberg gives it off to Smith, and it was just a matter of running the clock out there by Cabot with that ball control offense. Big offensive line. Good defensive stops here late by the Cyclones. That one from Bradford Webb. James would have broken it open, but he was stopped by Aaron McConnell there. Cyclones get a pass out here to Jacob Sparks, trying to come back in the final moments of the football game. But right here, a big stop turned in by T.J. Bertrand on that 4th down, and Cabot just able to run the clock out. Here's James with another big run. Cyclone defense did all it could, but Cabot able to hold on for the victory. There's the knee for the final moments of this football game, and the Cyclones lose a toughie on senior night, 26-24. That's Cyclone recap. Here's the game stats. Cyclones 26-34, 216 through the air. Only 35 yards rushing, though, this evening for the Cyclones. On defense, Andrew Tryon, a big night, 19 tackles in the ball game. Bradford Webb had 15. What a night. Let's listen in to Coach.
Battled the tail off. We left it here. And that's a heck of a football game. That's 2 champions playing each other. Our only other option is to play them in the finals. That's our option. That's probably 2 of the best football teams in the state of Arkansas playing right now. You hear me? Listen, it hurts, but we got to regroup. We've got to regroup. We have a home playoff game next Friday right here. We can get well in a hurry. You hear me? Now everybody's equal. The only thing we lost is that opportunity for that conference championship. Now we just got to go for the big one. Let it hurt. Let it hurt. It's supposed to hurt. But you got to get over it. And we got to bounce back. Monday, We got to come to work and get ready to play whoever it is we're going to play. You hear me? Great job, seniors. Man, this was a heck of a football game. Nothing to be ashamed about at all. All right? Called up one more
Exactly
time.
right. And of course, the Cyclones now head to the state playoffs. They'll play at home and play the Springdale Bulldogs. This week's Players of the Game brought to you by Russellville Sports Photography. The offensive player of the game, number 63, Andrew Pollock. And the special teams player of the game, Demarius Neal. Those are the Players of the Game brought to you by Russellville Sports Photography. We'll see you next week in the state playoffs.